I'm so giddy today. Grand Rising! Hi guys. That's how I feel today. Shit just got better. Better than ever. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Hi! How's everybody this fantastic rising? It is cold as fuck, but who cares, right? We're gonna warm it up ourselves. All right, so there's so many shifts happening. It's just, why am I so happy? Because life is fucking fantastic. You know, when the shifts take place and you can, what am I drinking this morning? Ooh, that's a good question, but let me tell you what when the shifts take place and you have a lot of clarity and things start paying off, oh, yes. I seriously feel like that's how I woke up. That's how I've been waking up the last couple of days. This is just water, but this is Teami Blends. I'm doing their 30-day detox, and I have Shilajit inside, the honey. Literally, I'm high off life. Like the way, so yeah, Synergy Soul is going to be transforming into a complete brand in 2019, and just the clarity coming through for it is so fucking awesome. I couldn't be any happier right now. Like, I mean, I could. Like, I'm sure there's something else I could bring that come through and make me even more happy. But right now, I'm so high off life, way high off life. Oh, Teami Blends. Okay, so I used to be an affiliate for them. I just really love their products. I'll tell you about them really quick. So Teami Blends, I used to be an affiliate for them when they first started their program a long, long time ago. And I love their 30-day detox. It helps like reset. Hi, Lily. It helps reset your digestive system, but also just like it's for your colon. So it's colon and it's energy. Hi, Cass. So you do, this is the 30-day one. So this is called the Skinny Me Tea. So it's like energy. I haven't drank coffee. Hi, Zenny Zen Zen. So I haven't drank coffee in like, actually I had like 3 drops of coffee last night, because I was trying to stay up till 11:11 to meditate again at 11:11 last night, but I ended up passing out. But anyway, so there's this blend of teas in here, and you can see it, and this is so cool. This little tumbler, you could buy this whole kit with it, okay? And I don't have a code yet, but when I have a code, I do, but I can't remember what it is because it's been 5 years. You guys, I have been on social media, doing social media influencing in some way as my business has grown for 5 fucking years. That's a long time. Okay, so anyways, so this is in here. So when you could put the loose leaf right through here, and it filters right through the top. BPA free. And then if you're on the go, you could put some in the bottom so that you can be on the go. Hi, Aunt Debbie. And so the Teami Blends tea. So there's the Skinny Me Tea that you drink once. So you start with the Skinny Me Tea and you drink it all day, or you drink it in the morning, preferably. And then every other day you drink the Colon Cleanse Tea at night. Yes, it cleanses your colon, but it's basically ridding the toxins, cleaning out the toxins. But also you have to eat a clean diet. So you can't just do this and, you can't just do this and not eat clean. Like if you're gonna do this cleanse and then go eat McDonald's, you're gonna fuck yourself up. So remember, and this is something too that physical health is so important. Yes, people get like, oh, but you smoke cigarettes sometimes. Yeah, I do. But, I'm very cautious about what I eat. I know, yes, I smoke sometimes, we drink sometimes. We're fucking human, right? We have our vices. Okay, so, but, when it's not like, there's some people who they have really taken care of their physical health first. I've really taken care of my spiritual health and my physical health along the way. So now things are changing even more. But physical health is so important too when we're working with our spiritual health as well, because this is our body, this is our home that our soul's living in. So, but if you're gonna choose to do this cleanse, I highly suggest that you start working on changing your diet if you don't already have a clean diet. Okay, let's get into today's reading. I am so excited. I'm so excited about life, and I hope you all are too. You know, there's a lot happening in our lives right now. A lot is taking place. And it's just like even more, it's like when you realize that the things that come up for you, like these challenges come up for you, are actually gonna bring you success, you become even more excited to work through challenges. You're like, oh, when I work through this, I know that this is gonna happen. When I work through this, I know that this is gonna happen. Also, to the dynamics of my page, and people always ask, or I don't share things that I'm personally going through often anymore because I have been doing a lot more behind the scenes of my own work, okay? So, hi Elizabeth, welcome to Rising Reading. We're gonna do our reading in a second, but so what I share mostly, and yes, sometimes there will be some things for me, right? But what I share mostly, you're not late, I didn't even get started yet. What I share mostly is for the collective vast majority of the awakening, okay? So it's not, so if you, this is why, okay, this is why I am changing, you know, Synergy Soul will be changing in 2019, which I'm really, really excited about. I'm not going to give any more details. Just know that it's going to be changing because it's more for the vast majority. It's not for me. I do my work here behind the scenes, you know. Yes, I share sometimes my struggles because it helps people realize that I'm human as well. But what I share is for the vast majority of the awakening, okay? So, with that being said, let's call on the ancestors of the highest truth, the highest character, the angels, the guardians angels, and the ascended masters of the highest light, the collective conscious wisdom, in behalf of the collective majority, okay? The collective majority, the vast majority of the collective awakening, the message that is coming through for today, how to overcome any obstacles today for the collective, and what growth is taking place. Let's say that. As above, so below. We'll talk about questions at the end. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Jay. Grand Rising. Ooh, I just rubbed my eyes. I just got smoke in my eye. Oh shit, I just realized I didn't take my CBD yet, guys. I gotta take my CBD, hold on. Let me go get it. My CBD and my DHA. And then we'll get started. Give me 1 second. I know everybody's like patiently waiting. CBD! The angels are out and about. Daily. I have increased my DHA to 4 droppers a day during my cycle, and I'm telling you, it's lit. Life is lit. Life lit as a motherfucker. So I've been taking 4 of these. Girl, I stock up on this shit. I order multiple bottles. Especially because my whole family takes it. Okay, so the message, the big picture message that is coming through today is the 8 of Pentacles. And the Pentacles is talking about that physical or external level, the physical, external level, health, finances, work, and creativity. And the 8 of Pentacles is really talking about this hard work. It's like this apprenticeship, this education. So the big picture message for today is really taking some time to connect with your skills, with what do you want to develop, okay? It's talking about improving and mastering what you want to do. So honing in on what direction, where are you putting your focus? Where are your, that was creepy, babe, is that you? My husband's home today. It's Veterans Day. So improving your skills and becoming a master of what you want, right? So it's really like putting that focus that on your goals, right? Are you staying focused on your goals? Where is your focus? Now, if you notice your focus is somewhere else and it's not focused on your goals, maybe you actually need to be focusing on that one thing so that you can focus on your goals. Remember, when there are some things that you have that need to be done. This is coming through. There are some things that need to be done before a lot of you can focus on where your success is going to be. There is a lot of in-between things that need to be taken care of, okay? Whether it's on a physical level, on an emotional level, on a spiritual level, there are things that need to be taken care of in order for you to focus on your goals. So I am seeing that there's a lot of people who really are wanting to step into a new career, step into a new path, really manifest their best life, but they're jumping hurdles. So you got to quit jumping these hurdles. You have to take care of the things that are right in front of you first. Yes, you will reach your goal. You will reach your goal, right? Your goals are going to keep expanding. But in order to get to this space first, you have to take care of what is in front of you. If you keep jumping over those things that are in front of you, now you're putting them behind you. They're still there. They're not gone. You just are stepping over them and not taking care of them. So make sure that you're taking care of what you need to take care of first before you're reaching for this major space, okay? Before this major change is coming through. So this is talking about education or studying. Maybe you're interested in something particular. So if you want to be this, and this, it's not like you wake up and then you're this. You have to actually study and do these steps before. You have to actually educate yourself on these things before you can actually move forward with it, okay? It's talking about working on those finer details. You can see too, he literally is etching in every single pentacle on here. So it's working on those super fine details before this giant vision comes to fruition. Okay, so what do you need to be taking care of? What obstacles are you looking at so that you can step into the broader picture of things? So you can step into the bigger goal. But guess what? Overcoming these little obstacles, doing these things that are right in front of you are contributing to your larger goal, right? We have this major goal and then we have all these little goals in between. So it's saying, hey, if you are seeing these things come up in front, you have to make sure you take care of these things first because these things are contributing to this bigger picture. So make sure that you're not just pushing them aside, that you're actually dealing with them right now, because it is giving you the opportunity to give more energy to that bigger goal, but it is feeding that bigger goal. It's feeding that bigger picture, okay? It's saying it's encouraging you to keep doing what you're doing because, again, everything is going to lead to success. Every step that you take leads to success as long as you take care of what is in front of you. Remember, if Source drops something in front of you, you're like, oh, fuck, where did this come from? You want to change your mindset. You're like, oh, here, instead of saying, oh, fuck, where did this come from? You say, oh, I see this is something that I have to take care of in order for me to reach that big goal that I want to reach. So let me take care of this. Now my goal is to take care of this. Oh, now I overcame this goal. And now if something else comes in front of me, I know it's because I have to take care of that goal first, this smaller goal, to obtain my bigger goal. Okay? I need, which I love your face, to make fucking chapstick out of that oil because I use it like constantly. All right, how to overcome the obstacles today, right? If there's obstacles today contributing to your goals, how is the collective going to overcome these obstacles? The Three of Pentacles. So it's talking about disharmony, misalignment, and working alone. So maybe there are some things that you in life that are going to come forth at this time that are requiring you to work as a team, and you're being very stubborn. You have to stop taking things so personally and just work with the energy, okay? If you're feeling a lack of harmony with fellow teammates or people around you, connect to your heart chakra, because If you're creating disharmony in this team, the job isn't going to get done. It's just like when you see a bunch of people working together, like when I think about construction workers, like they have to work really, really well together. Maybe some of them may not even like each other, but the point is the job has to get done. Put your personal emotions to the side and quit allowing that to get in the way of the work being done. Because if you guys can't work together, how the fuck are you gonna get that job done? You have to get the job done by working together, okay? If the task is difficult, you getting emotional with one another is gonna make things more difficult. So put things aside and really find respect for your fellow teammates. You are all working on the same thing. Why are you gonna not get along with each other, or at least put your emotions aside? That is maturity. That is emotional maturity, right? It's being able to say, okay, I may not fucking like you whatsoever, but I'm not gonna let that get in the way of getting this job done, because I know as I get this job done, it's gonna open up new doors for me. And the same with you. You can even say to those people, if you want, I know we don't get along, but let's put those differences aside so that we can get this shit done. So we can get this done in the highest possible way with the highest fucking quality, right? If you're gonna allow your emotions to get in the way of you doing your work is not gonna turn out the way that you want it to, because you're allowing your human emotions to get in the way, okay? Remember, human emotions are good for some things. Human emotions are good for working through your own shit. But when it comes to your work, if you keep putting your emotions first, that's all you're gonna see, you know? Especially too, if you work with people, okay? If you work in the medical field, if you work in the spiritual field, advisory field, if you work in the coaching field or anything like that, when you work with people, anything where you have to work upfront with people, if you allow your emotions to get in the way, you're not actually doing your job, okay? You're allowing yourself to be too human in the moment, okay? There's a time where we allow ourselves to be human. Now, yes, if somebody attacks us, we can get emotion and be like, okay, cool, you know, whatever. Let's move through this. But so if you, let me talk about, let's say an example of customer service. When you have people call and they're really, really, really fucking crabby and you have nothing to do with it and you're like, bitch, don't come at me. You have to remember that person's crabby. You're there to help them, not allow your emotions to get in the way. Just do your job and move on, okay? When it comes now to you dealing with yourself, yes, now you take care of yourself. If you come home and you're like, oh, wow, that person really, I did allow that person to, even though I didn't allow my emotions to get away when the job was being done, but now I have to deal with those emotions. How can I release those emotions, okay? You have to do that work at home. Take care of that work, not when you're doing it, not when you're actually doing the work. Take care of your own personal work elsewhere, because that's gonna put emotion into that. Remember, whatever you project into the situation is how you're then affecting the situation like with your emotions, okay? So projection, it's like you're permeating. Whatever you're permeating is what the outcome is gonna be. Do you fucking hear him? You want to say hi to everyone this rising? Here he comes. Say hi. All right. And what lessons are coming through today? So it is the Two of Wands, and the Wands card talks about this primal level of our life. It's like our intuition, our inspiration, okay? It's the spirituality, the strength, okay? The Two of Wands is saying future planning, progress, decisions, and discovery. So it's talking about the maturity on the actual path to move forward. Again, it's confirming that we have to take care of that in the majority, there has to be things taken care of in order to move forward. It's also saying step out of your comfort zone, okay? So when it's talking about step out of your comfort zone, if you get too comfortable with a specific situation, then that's sometimes why people don't allow change to happen. Even if it's good change, they're like, no, I'm good, I'm comfortable here. Well, how can growth happen if you're so comfortable with what you're doing? You have to discipline yourself. Self-discipline has to come through and be like, even though I'm comfortable, I know that making this change is going to allow more growth in my life and allow me to reach my goals even more, okay? So it's also talking about if you have not considered your long-term goals yet, you need to be taking time to consider your long-term goals. And then the short-term goals that come up front, right? And again, like I said, if source drops something down in front of you, you have to look at it as another short-term goal that's going to contribute to your long-term goal. You have to explore that idea of coming through, right? You're like, oh, here's all these things that I have to take care of. And people are always like this. Oh, look at all this shit I have to take care of. No! When you wake up, you're like, wow, I get to take care of all these things, even though before I looked at them as burdens. If you stop looking at shit as burdens and look at them as things that you have to take care of in order to reach your long-term goal, cool. But remember this, okay? Remember, if you are not keeping your focus where you want to go, you're going to continuously end up with these little small-term goals that are going to veer you off your long-term focus, okay? So this is why you have to be conscious of where you're putting your energy, setting these boundaries for yourself, making sure you're making the right decisions for you, making sure you're making decisions that contribute to your long-term goal. If you know that going over here and doing this isn't going to contribute to your long-term goal, hi Sherveen, I love you, then why are you going to invest your time into that? You're not. Don't waste your energy on that. That's what the video that I was talking about when I was talking about spending your money and spending your energy. If you're like, this is my long-term goal. You're like, health is my long-term goal, but you go out and buy 25 gift cards for McDonald's, how is that going to contribute to your long-term goal? It's not. Taking small steps, it doesn't mean you have to dive right in head first. It means you have to take small steps, okay? You're like, oh, okay, well, I know I still like McDonald's, but instead of eating McDonald's 10 times this week, I'm gonna eat it 1 time this week. And I'm gonna make sure that I take these small steps to work towards this long-term goal. Or if you're building a business and you're like, oh, okay, here comes an obstacle. Oh, this obstacle is a great obstacle because I know once I take care of this obstacle in front of me, it's gonna contribute to this long-term goal. But if you're like, oh, I'm gonna go stir some shit up with these people over here just because I think it's fun, and then you come back over here and wonder why you have a lot of drama in your life, and you're like, no, one of my goals is releasing drama, then why are you still going over there and stirring shit up? That's the point, okay? So you have to look at where are you investing your energy when it comes to your long-term goals. And also getting out of your comfort zone. Your comfort zone may be buying 25 gift cards for McDonald's because that's what you're comfortable with. But that doesn't mean that you have to stay there. You have to discipline yourself. I saw something that really connected to this energy, and it was talking about motivation and discipline. Motivation, no, it's not about staying motivated. It's about disciplining yourself. Motivation is one thing, right? It's motivating yourself to be disciplined. You have to find the motivation to discipline yourself. You have to know, oh, if I do this, this, and this, and this, these are the outcomes that are going to happen. You already fucking know them. So don't be mad at yourself when those outcomes come forth. You have to know, oh, okay, I know as I start making these small steps, then I'm going to start making this larger step towards my long-term goal. Now, if you fall, don't beat yourself up. You are human. If one day you drive through the drive-through and you're like, oh, I want these McDonald's French fries, and you're like, okay, because I forgot my snack, don't beat yourself up. You have to fall. You're like, then you eat these French fries and then you realize, wow, I feel like shit. Now I remember why I didn't eat these French fries in the beginning. So then it's falling, right? You have to fall so that you can see where you still need to work on your growth. We are superhuman, but it doesn't happen like this. It's not like you make a goal and then shit happens right away. You got to fall and stand back up multiple times in order to obtain this goal, okay? But it's getting this ball rolling. You have to actually start it. You can't just be like, oh, I'm going to do this. And somebody's like, well, what are you doing? You're like, oh, I'm just waiting for it to happen because I'm really comfortable where I am. No, that's not how it works. You don't just sit here and be like, okay, it's going to happen because I'm thinking about it. No, you have to start spinning the fucking wheel yourself. okay? You can't just sit here and say, oh, I'm gonna just do this and this and this. No, you have to be willing. You have to be disciplined. You have to find motivation to discipline yourself in order to take these steps and overcome these little tiny obstacles. And let's not even think about them as obstacles. Let's start thinking about them as small goals, okay? Oh, here's a small goal. Oh, here's a small goal. Or here's a small goal. So instead of obstacles, when you think about them as goals, as small goals that contribute to your large goal, you're like, oh, this is a great obstacle, or this is a great goal. This is a great goal. This is a great goal. Look at all these little tiny goals that I just achieved, that I just accomplished, and now my larger goal is becoming even closer to me, okay? Look at this dude over here. I still have my grid set up from yesterday because I've meditated in this morning. Are you soaking up all the high vibes, baby? Yeah, you love it. He loves it. He loves crystals. When he has a stomach ache, I throw some amethyst on him. I don't throw it at him, but, and all right. The Hermit card came in, and the Hermit card came in reverse, so it's time to really step out of your comfort zone. The Hermit is talking about, the Hermit card is talking about isolation, withdrawal. So this is saying, you know, a lot of people have been hiding from things because of this cosmic energy. You know, people are so distraught. Shit is like, people are like, oh my God, there's so much shit going on. Yes, but it's time to collect yourself, discipline yourself, and start moving forward, okay? It's saying that if you're not taking enough time for your personal, or you are taking too much time for your personal reflection, you got to just start moving with things. Yes, you see the things that are happening. You see these small little goals that are coming in front of your life. Now, are you actually going to take care of them, or are you just going to keep sitting here and being like, oh, okay, I see these little small goals that are coming through, but I'm just going to keep sitting here and reflecting on the fact that they're coming through, okay? I see this a lot with people. A lot of people will repeat the same thing over and over. They're like, oh, I'm okay with being sad. I'm okay with being sad. And then 4 weeks later, they're still like, okay, I'm just sitting with being sad. When the fuck are you going to stop sitting with being sad and get up and do something? Because yes, we know you're sad. Now, what are you going to do about it? Okay? And people are always saying, or like, oh yes, I'm okay with sitting in this space. Be okay with sitting in your feelings. I'm okay with sitting in my feelings. Now, okay, we know you have fucking feelings. We're human. We all got goddamn feelings. Now, when are you going to get up and start doing something about altering your feelings? When are you going to get up and make changes? You got to stop spending so much fucking time reflecting. You have to know when there's time to reflect and when there's time to make action, okay? That is part of the path of self-mastery. When this is time to reflect, this is time to act. Now, how can you find the difference in the two? I know this is time for me to reflect. I know this is time for me to act. This is part of gaining self-awareness, using your third eye, connecting to your intuition, grounding your energy, okay? Now, if you are one of those people who don't give yourself enough time to reflect, you have to make sure that you're giving yourself more time to reflect. You need to give yourself more time to rest. If you're one of those people that rest too much, you have to learn how to discipline yourself, okay? So there's give or take. There's two sides to the spectrum. Which one are you on? Can you see what part of the spectrum you're on? Are you resting too much? Are you moving too much? Do you need to rest more so that you can reflect more? Do you need to move more? Do you need to be more disciplined? But it's up to you to be able to see that. You have to be able to connect to that. That's why the path of self-awareness is so powerful. If you're not aware of your own energy, how are you going to work with yourself? You can't, okay? Now, there was a lot of we hit like 112 viewers today, and that's so awesome. I'm really excited about this growth that's taking place for Synergy Soul all around, not just me. I am Synergy Soul, right? But Synergy Soul is way bigger than me. And now that I see that, now I can connect to that, okay? So let's go 114, how awesome. Let's go through some questions because there was a lot of questions today. Whoa, guys. Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to answer all of them. How do I tell a coworker to check their emotions even though they're valid without posting them off? Okay, you don't tell anybody to check their emotions. You're allowing your emotions to get in the way. That's why you want somebody else to check theirs. You need to check your emotions and not worry about anybody else. Hi, Trina. Yes, you have to want to keep improving. That is self-discipline, okay? What is DHA? I live with a cancer. DHA, oh, and Sherveen was on here. He is the founder of Symbiotic Hair. DHA has so many benefits, but this one is astaxanthin and DHA, okay? So I cannot name all of them. I don't know all of them off the top of my head, but I know for me it's helped improve my clarity, literally my vision, like, because I don't have the greatest human eyesight. I have amazing third eyesight, but the human eyesight, so it literally has helped my vision. Like, I noticed I probably have to go get my eyes checked. As soon as I do, I bet you my prescription improved. But it also helps with like heart health. It helps with like my son, this helped with his memory. There's so many things. Fish oil, think about fish oil. This is a pure form because it's not from fishes. It's straight from the algae that fishes eat that make them high in omega-3s. Check it out. And you can use the code SOUL. This link is in my bio. And you can use the code SOUL to save on your purchase. And it's like I said, I stock up on this. My entire family takes it. Even my husband, who noted, he was like, wow, this really helps. And it really helps with concentration also. Same thing with the CBD. CBD, the endocannabinoid system, we're finding studies and science is finding more out about the endocannabinoid system for those who require scientific evidence, right? And CBD is amazing for so many different things, not just anxiety and depression. Yes. I love you, Sherveen. Tips on being more assertive about your boundaries. My friend hired me and now wants to put her name on my work to avoid getting caught in a lie. No. You have to put your friendship aside for that for a second, and you need to you need to take care of you, and you have to say, no, I am not okay with this. I am sorry that you got caught up in this, but I am not contributing to your problems. I am going to, if you have to remove yourself completely and quit that job, then you have to do so because that's protecting your boundaries. What about when needing to accomplish more than one goal, like my real estate and my life coaching? So yes, that is not easy to do one thing at more than one thing when they're on completely different perspectives or spectrums. So which one do you want to grow more? Right? I know that sounds crazy, but it is like so let me just talk about Synergy Soul. Synergy Soul started out as just me. Now Synergy Soul starting as something else. It was spiritual health. It's all aspects of health now. So it's either how can you combine the two or which one do you want to grow the most? Because wherever you put your focus, where the focus grows, where the focus goes, the energy flows. Now, if you can put your focus on both, then you can do so. How can you find a good balance between both so that you can grow both? Now, if you don't see them growing as fast as you want, it's because you're focusing on both, right? So if you want one to grow more, then you have to put more focus and energy in the one. Remember, where the focus goes, the energy flows. Your comfort zone will fucking kill you. What if focusing one long-term goal ends up neglecting accomplishing a different long-term goal? So that's what I just told Katrina, that if you have to, yes, there may be really, okay, this is something from Gary Vee that I'm always connected to. Gary will say, what is if you have, yes, there may be lots of things that you're good at, but pick one and stick to it, okay? That's why it's so important to find what do you want to do, okay? For example, Synergy Soul, okay? Synergy Soul is a healing empire. So anything that has to do with healing is my focus with Synergy Soul, right? So you have to pick one thing. I'm not gonna do Synergy Soul and then go build, and then go start a car company over here and then be like, oh, well, I really want my car company to grow, but my focus is on Synergy Soul, so now my car company is not going to grow. You have to find one thing, focus on it, and allow it to grow. Now, yes, you can contribute to a lot of things if it's one specific brand. If you can bring that brand all into one, then yes, you can bring it together. But if they're conflicting, you got to choose one or the other. That's like choosing, am I going to go eat McDonald's or I'm going to eat a fresh salad? If I know I want my body to feel better, then I'm going to eat the fresh salad. That's what you have to choose. Choices are not always the easiest. Thank you, Sativa Panda. Amen, amen. What does moving out of your feelings look like? One example, moving out of your feelings. Let me give you an example. I work with a variety of people who have different experiences, okay? Now, if I work with somebody who has sexual trauma, which I have also experienced sexual trauma, I am not going to allow my experience, my feelings to the situation get in the way of how I'm going to assist them. I am pulling directly from Christ consciousness, source energy to channel the highest vibrational truth for them, not from what I experienced or how I dealt with it. It's what do they need to hear from source for them, okay? Yes, maybe my experience knowing that I went through it will help them, but I'm not going to tell them do this, this, and this because it worked for me. I'm going to say, this is what is coming through for you, and this is how you should work through it. And people say, well, how did you do it? It doesn't matter how I did it, right? It matters, this is what's coming through for you, and this is what's going to work the best for you, okay? Same thing when I'm doing these readings. I decided to not do my own reading before I do these rising readings because this is for the majority, the vast majority of the collective awakening. There may be people who don't resonate with this reading that I did today because they're in a different experience. Maybe right now they're existing in the minority of the awakening. Maybe they're at a different level of their awakening rather than the vast majority, and that is okay. Right? People are at different parts of their awakening. And so when I channel for the collective reading, it is for the vast majority of the collective awakening. So some people may not connect to it. Some people may be like, yes, I know this, and this is what I already do in my life. Some people may actually need to hear this information. So that's not putting your feelings in the way. I should podcast my every word. You know, I do like doing short podcasts, but it is not my focus. I will hire somebody else to do podcasts for me. Now, if somebody else asks me to do an interview with them, of course, I love doing podcast interviews. I love being interviewed. I love talking about things. I love sharing truth. Okay, Chick B, you have to quit worrying about what's going on with other people. Take care of yourself. Yes, you may want people to succeed, but don't get yourself involved in people's bullshit. Just remove yourself and take care of you. If people are committed to misunderstanding you, they will probably never understand you, and apologizing for something, why would you apologize to somebody for something that they did? You just move on and just take care of yourself. Do some work to release that pain, guilt, grudges, or attachment in your heart. You have to do that work to release that, okay? Yes, it does help with your nervous system, the DHA. Bone growth. Yes, actually CBD helps with neurogenesis, which means new growth in your brain. Wow, DHA helped me and my husband after surviving a carbon monoxide leak. How fucking amazing is this? cares if they're low-key bashing you? Let me tell you something about it. When you're taking care of yourself and you're raising your vibrations, there's always gonna be people talking shit about you in the background. Are you gonna let them affect you, or are you gonna keep doing you? The biggest way to get back at people who talk about you is to keep taking care of yourself. That's all you can do. Don't worry about getting him back on board. You're gonna hurt yourself trying to get somebody else back on board. You just take care of you, and when he sees how healthy you are, if he wants to connect to it, cool. Or he's gonna have a health scare. I'll give you an example. Can I tell him about your example? I'm gonna use you as an example. I always tell him, take care of your health, take care of your health. Doesn't want to listen to me. He'll be like, oh, I'll do this and I'll do that next year or next week or next month or next 5 years. Then he goes to the doctor and the doctor says, your cholesterol's really high. Again, and you're only 35. Well, he's not 35 next till November 23rd. And they're like, and then he's like, oh my God, I should have listened to you. Yeah, you should have. But I was hurting myself more trying to take care of him rather than taking care of myself. So you just have to let them fall. You have to let them. If he has to go through a major health scare in order to wake himself up, you have to allow it. You need to bring yourself back to human existence. I love Gary too. What are my thoughts on ayahuasca? I have never personally tried ayahuasca, but I am so for psychedelics for healing. If you haven't tried them before, it's for you. Mm-hmm. If you haven't tried them before, he's so cute. I just love him. If you haven't tried them before, any psychedelics and healing, then I highly suggest doing it under a practitioner or somebody who's experienced, not on your own. All right, guys, I am gonna go do my own reading now for the day, and I have some interviews for my assistant positions today, and I wanna really get to the gym. So I love you all so much. Thank you for joining me this morning. Thank you for joining me every morning. I will see you tomorrow for tomorrow's live rising reading. And again, I'm sending you the highest love always in the best way possible.